Mendes is opening up about how he recognizes that he did Sabrina Carpenter dirty. At least that's what it seems like he's talking about in a new interview that he did with John Mayer. He went on his podcast and he was talking about his dating life and this one particular situation that sounds a lot like the whole Sabrina Camila love triangle. So we are going to spill on what Shawn has had to say and how we even got here in the first place, because this whole drama really sparked when Sabrina dropped her album earlier this year. And I guess he finally wants to fess up that he knows it wasn't the best look for him. To bring everyone up to speed on the drama between Shawn, Sabrina, and Camila, Sabrina Carpenter's latest album, Short and Sweet, has sparked conversations about her rumored relationship with Shawn Mendes and the timeline of his rekindled romance with Camila Cabello. Fans have been dissecting Sabrina's lyrics, suspecting references to the love triangle involving her, Shawn, and Camila, especially given that Coachella reunion between Shawn and Camila last year. Just to fully understand this entire dynamic, let's rewind back to Shawn and Camila, as they have known each other for years, dating back to when Shawn was just beginning his music career and Camila was a member of Fifth Harmony. The two became close friends, performing at multiple events together, and in 2019, dating rumors started after they released a song together. While many speculated their relationship was a PR stunt, Shawn and Camila proved skeptics wrong by actually being a real couple. They quarantined together during the pandemic and frequently praised one another in interviews, eventually winning over the public as a genuine couple. However, in 2021, Shawn and Camila announced their breakup in a joint Instagram statement, emphasizing that they began as best friends and they intend on staying friends. Fast forward to February 2023, Shawn was sparking some dating rumors with Sabrina Carpenter. The Instagram account Dumois reported seeing the two of them together on February 19th, and a week later, Shawn and Sabrina were photographed hanging out in LA. In March, they attended Miley Cyrus's album release party and were spotted together again at the Vanity Fair's Oscar after party, where Sabrina was seen glancing at Shawn during interviews. On March 17th, Shawn addressed rumors denying that he was dating Sabrina, but fans also noted that he had denied dating Camila early on in their relationship, so they felt like they weren't entirely ruling out the idea of him dating Sabrina. Then came Coachella, where Shawn and Camila were caught kissing, dancing, and acting as if they had gotten back together. While sources initially claimed that they weren't back together, the two of them were seen several more times in LA and New York following Coachella. And in June, there were reports that they had actually gotten back together for real. But then the very next day, articles started coming out that they were actually not back together and that it was bad timing. After all of this, Sabrina ended up releasing a Christmas album at the end of the year called Fruitcake. Fans were locked in on the song Cindy Lou Who, speculating that it referenced Shawn and Camila's Coachella reunion shortly after he was rumored to be with her. The lyrics that really caught people's attention were, "Maybe he met you somewhere in the desert. While he was soul searching, he found someone better. Guess you make him happy like I couldn't do Cindy Lou Who. With your hair so long, lips so red. Maybe we met once, I forget. Scrolling 5 years back, I'm obsessed. Breaking my heart, 'tis the season, I guess." And she later sings, "I'm gonna puke at the thought of you kissing the boy who I love, who's now in love with you, Cindy Lou Who." The desert reference had people thinking surely this was about Coachella and the fact that Sabrina had met Camila before in the past and they have photos together, so she was feeling like the "maybe we met once" reference was another thing that was solidifying this song being about the two of them. Now, with Sabrina blowing up this year, she had more eyes than ever on her lyrics, and when her album came out, people noticed even more things that seemed to reference Shawn and Camila's Coachella reunion. In her song Coincidence, Sabrina sings, "What a surprise, your phone just died. Your car drove itself from LA to her thighs. Palm Springs looks nice, but who's by your side? Damn it, she looks kind of like the girl you outgrew. At least that's what you said. That's what you said. What a coincidence. Oh wow, you just broke up again. What a coincidence." And it kind of sounds like exactly what happened, with Shawn having been with Sabrina and then going to Coachella, which is in the Palm Springs area. It's in Indio, but it's close to Palm Springs. And then looking like they're getting back together, reports coming out that they are back together, then reports coming out that they're broken up again. I mean, it just sounds exactly like what she was singing about. So this entire Shawn, Camila, and Sabrina story was blowing up online, and it seems like months later, Shawn has decided to speak out on this particular timeline of events as he sat down with John Mayer which was drama in itself with the way that people don't really love John Mayer. Like they do, but then people remember that he dated Taylor Swift when she was very young, and then they realize that they don't really like him, and that's very icky. But he has a podcast called How's Life with John Mayer, and Shawn was talking about how he was seeing someone and then 2 days later went to go see an ex of his and how that wasn't the best move, and somehow it became this therapy session where John Mayer is playing therapist to Shawn.
For instance, being with someone 2 days before seeing your ex and communicating 2 days before that you're going to go hang out with your ex.
So I'm only asking you to clarify because I truly didn't understand it.
So I'm with someone. I 2 days before going to hang out with my ex express I'm going to go hang out with my ex because I have unresolved feelings. Maybe instead of 2 days, it could have been 2 weeks.
It could have been 2 weeks, or it could have been that no matter what you said when, this was going to be disappointing,
right,
and this was going to be hurtful. The difference is, it doesn't make, it's not, there are so many gradated little lines on the ruler in this stuff. It's not nothing, but boy, is it sure not everything.
Yeah.
You know, and if more people were able to go,
well said,
played that wrong, and we could say it like that.
Yeah.
Didn't do that right.
Yeah.
You know?
Come on, back to the drawing board. All right.
Dude,
okay.
The older I get, the more I can go,
This
screwed
is-
up with
well,
them.
this- well, this is-
So people felt like this was 100% him talking about Sabrina and Camila. And he certainly got some feedback in the clips that went around of this on TikTok with people saying this on John Mayer's podcast tells me everything I need to know. Not Shawn Mendes venting with the biggest F-boy in the Caucasian music industry. Oh great, glad he's got John Mayer to lean on. Talking this out with John Mayer is a choice. John Mayer and Shawn are the same person, different font. Both players who make themselves look like self-actualized people. Now, he was later asked if he would ever get into another relationship with a songwriter, and he actually said he would.
Would you get into another relationship?
With another songwriter?
With someone who could write a song?
I wouldn't stop myself from falling in love with another songwriter, if that's the question.
So certainly you wouldn't stop yourself from going out with someone well-known that would put you in the magazines again, walking down the street with someone.
No, because it's a no-brainer to me that the suffering that is from hearing a song maybe talking about you in a way you don't want to be talked about is not even close to the beauty of falling in love with someone for the first time. It's not even a question.
Now, the interesting thing, though, is that he does talk about what it feels like to have a song written about you and clearly feels some type of way about the songs that have been written about him, saying that it doesn't seem like they're entirely accurate.
It's a funny feeling to feel like you're being written about and like maybe the whole picture is not being expressed.
It never will be.
Yeah, and this is a maturity here.
Not in time, not in the current moment.
Maybe not even in this lifetime.
But also, there's something I want to bring up with you.
Yeah, please.
Because I'd love to just bring it up in general, and I think this is the right place to do it. It is possible that you play something wrong with somebody.
Yeah.
It's possible, right? Like,
it's likely.
It's likely.
Yeah.
And I think what we have to do is
stop this idea of you're not going to do something wrong. You're not going to hurt someone's feelings. Like the biggest lesson I've learned is no one gets out of this life without getting hurt, and no one gets out of this life without hurting someone. That's right. Just the truth.
I'm wondering if he's maybe talking about how it kind of sounds like he blindsided Sabrina or something with her lyrics when he did give a 2 days heads up saying that he was going to go rekindle things with his ex. Who knows? And it is really interesting because I never really thought that Shawn was ever really going to address this entire situation. The only times that he's really talked about his relationships has been either in his songs or in interviews that he's done about Camila and their relationship, and he's only had the best things to say about her, but I didn't really think that he would ever be referencing this whole Sabrina and then going back to an ex. I mean, he's talked about the fact that him and Camila had tried again, and she's talked about it as well on Call Her Daddy, but Sabrina, that was not something I was expecting. And I'm sure in looking back on interviews that Shawn has done and Camila have done on each other where they are talking so highly and saying that, they do have this deep love for each other, it just didn't work out, that Sabrina is like, oh my gosh, like, why was I ever with him in the first place? Because they clearly had some deep connection, and it's unfortunate that it didn't work out with them and that Sabrina got hurt while they were trying to figure out what the heck they were going to do. But that seems to be what happened here. I certainly want to know what you guys think about all of this, because a lot of people have a lot of things to say about it on TikTok right now, from how they feel about what Shawn had to say and the fact that he was actually talking about this for once, and what John had to say to Shawn. Let me know how you guys feel about their little therapy session in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.